Hello everyone, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings, the SLOTRO edition. Excuse me. This is Gnarlrynae here. Say hello to everyone, Gnarlrynae. Good girl. When last we left off, we were actually quite a bit to the west. Yes, we were quite a bit to the northwest up here in Thorin's Gate. We had just delivered the third gear here to, is his name Bori? Brasi? Bavor. We had delivered the third gear to him. And we had picked up the gift thing, a pint of ale. I had not realized that the anniversary festival was going on at the time, so I could not figure out where the gift things came from, because I picked up a gift from the dwarf outside, the shield, or the hammer, or whichever it was. I think it was the shield. Took it inside. No, horn. That's what it was. He had a horn. He had a lucky horn. I took it inside and gave it to the barkeep down in Thorn's Hall, and he has given me a thing of festival ale to take to the boar fountain. And that's pretty much where we figured out that it must be part of the festival. So we've got that. But the other part is we are going to head up to the north, up into the Hothlin area up here, because we've got to find a misplaced cook and the webs of sorrow, and these are the spinnerets from the spiders, and the spiders are down in this area. We saw some ruins earlier when we were up here fighting in the areas with the wights. We saw some ruins over this way, and that's where most of the spiders are. So that's where we'll collect webs of sorrow. That may be where we collect the misplaced cook too. Yeah, Bercy is probably at or near the spider lair, north and east of Keladul. So that is where that is as well. And where did we have the fourth gear? It's in Keladul itself, so we have that as well. And as you see, we're getting very close. You know, the sickening of the land, the webs of sorrow, misplaced cook, the standing stone, the fourth gear. Got the gifts, so we are almost done here and almost done with the prologue. We should be able to collect most of these. See, that's about spiders. That's about Keladul. That is spiders. That's the spiders, and that is the elfstone at the standing stone, which will be in that area as well. Okay, so that's what we are going to do here. We are going to, let me get, where's Stacks? Where are you at these days? You're down here. Let's summon Stacks. Good. And we are going to head on to the north. I think we'll hit the area with the summoning stone first. And then we are going to head on further to the east after that and see if we can find all these spiders and the various people and objects that we have to collect from them. Okay, so we are going to get that done. We will meet you when we get over there closer to the area where the wights are there at the barrows, and we will see you then. Alright guys, we have gotten here at the Emmenhoth. Music's changed, the palette has changed. I was thinking we might have to go a little bit further east, but apparently not. Let me see where we are. Yeah, we are pretty far to the east on the map here, aren't we? Didn't quite realize quite how far we were. The ruins and all are right over yonder, the main ruins, and here is a large standing stone, an ancient standing stone. Saw it flashing and realized that's where I needed to be. So this will be the one with the standing stone. So let's look at the bestowal information, the text that sent us off on this quest, the history of it. Glamir told us take the elf stone to the Dane mounds and put it on the largest standing stone. And that the creature there is, he thinks, the one whose will is reanimating all these corpses. Wights roam the barrows of Hothlin. I know not what this portends, for never before have such creatures been seen in these lands. They are the creatures of the Witch King of Angmar. This bodes ill for Eriador, and perhaps all of Middle-earth, for eyes which should be turned south may turn north instead, and be blinded to the larger threat. As is ever with evil, no doubt a greater will drives the lesser amid the barrows. It is that greater will which must be destroyed. Only thus will Angmar's designs for Ered Luin be hindered. Take this elfstone into the barrows and place it upon the largest standing stone. It is a white stone near a ruined building. The elfstone bears such a virtue that it may cause that greater will of which I spoke to be drawn forth, and you must confront it. Okay, confront it we shall do. First, however, let's see if we can't drive off some of the also-rans here among the area. Get them out of the way. That wasn't the one I wanted to lead with. That's the one I wanted to lead with. Okay. Any others? There we go. You're available for service. Okay. Another mound wight. Let's take care of it. And then I think if something does come out of the barrow, I'm going to try and pull him back over here next to the wall. Okay, so we've got the elf stone now. Let us go ahead and use it. As we said before, a gemstone of a pale shimmering blue-green hue. The elfstone glitters in your hands. Indeed it does. There's the mound wight master. Okay, let's go ahead and hit him so it's not just Stacks beating on him by himself. And down he goes. Bring the elfstone to Glamir. That was an easy enough fight. Very good. Okay, even if we are kind of poisoned here, it should wear... Yep, already has worn off, hasn't it? What have we got here? Halted experience. Oh, that's the one I put on myself. Yes, while we're working here, we definitely don't want to... Let's see, mound wights. Actually, I'm not going to jump down because I think it's right over there that I'm heading. So let's avoid the cliff for the moment and head on around the corner here. As I said earlier tonight, when I was recording the standard SLOTRO episode, the festival is still going on for a few more days. So today is what, the 5th? Today is now the 5th, so be sure. I think it's going through the 8th, possibly the 9th, but I think it's to the 8th. So be sure and get all the festival stuff you want to get into the next couple of days. That's pretty much what I'm going to be focusing on. Alright, there's a snow spinter hunter. One of the spiders we need to go after. Kill these spiders up here. I'm going to be focusing on the next couple of days while I'm on, working on the whole gather up as many tokens as I can. New deeds, Spider Slayer. Let's look at what deed that is. Apparently that spider isn't good enough to get the one that I needed. Defeat spiders in the Ered Luin. So to get that, we need to kill 30 of them. That's the other thing we're going to do before we leave these regions, is that we will be working on these deeds as well. And seeing if we can finish up all the slaying deeds and all while we're still in the area. That I won't make you sit and go through. It'd be just like our travel times, you know, whenever we've already gone. There we go. Needed to be in the eastern Hothlin. Okay, so it looks like right after we cross basically an invisible line, maybe right there with the even with Kellendam, we seem to be in the right location. It's going to be just like when we do our travels. You know, I'm not going to make y'all sit and watch me run from Thorin's Gate down to Kellendam when y'all have seen me do it once already. Good, we got a spinneret. Let's see. Anything in here? Dongandel. Okay, hadn't spoke to you yet, Dongandel, so I am pretty sure at some point I will be sent to talk to you. But when we work on the various... We'll need to head up this way to the left, I believe. When we work on these various... Oh, let's go down this way with the... Go down this way where I see all these webs down here. Yes, there we go. When I work on the various Slayer deeds and all, we will start with it. Yeah, I'll show you where I'm going, where I'm going to be killing the things and hunting the things. But after that, it's going to be a case of, I wonder if they're like trappers. Something going to come down from the top there. That's what I would expect to see, is something like that. See them coming down from up above, the trappers, the ambushers. Now, is this one going to give me? Yep, that one counts as well. When I'm working on the Slayer deeds, I'll show you where I'm going and show you how I'm getting started on it, but I'm not going to sit and make you watch me kill all 30 or 60 or however many of these things it is that we end up having to kill. Like the 30 spiders here. If we take them out in the course of our battle, so be it. We will go from there. Ooh, more ruins. I haven't been in these areas in so long. It's nice for me to get up here and get a good look at them again and see all these ruined areas and the little bits and corners and all that I haven't seen in a very long time. Would be back in the days when Gnarlrynae was in his early teens. In fact, I don't know if he even... No, I guess he spent probably about that long, because we would have been right about even in level when we were here, and we were about pretty much on level at the time. So that's when he would have been here. Very nice little place. Reminds me of the little back, deepmost pockets of the old forest, where you go in there right before you get to the evil aware tree. Oh, there's Bercy. All right. When you get back there to that evil aware tree that is kind of, whose force is kind of running the old forest now. There. Just not quite as dark. Not quite as dark, not quite as dank and dingy and scary, because completed the misplaced cook. We have found him now. Okay, so the misplaced cook. We did the elf stone. Let's look here for the misplaced cook. Show completed quests. Should have read that before we came up, but I wasn't expecting it just to complete. Let's find it here. The misplaced cook. White level, even spell. Is that Nithhi? Nithhi back there in Gondamon, I believe. I wonder if I could trouble you for a moment. A friend of mine, Bercy, struck out on his own to a grove northeast of Kelidul to collect herbs for his recipes. I warned him of the threat of vicious spiders in the areas, but he laughed them off. Bercy is a good fella and a fine cook, but he can be a bit addle-brained at times. My annoyance has turned to worry. Set a dwarf's mind at ease and search for him, will you? I'm sure he's just lost track of the time, but still. The spider lair is northeast of Kelidul, but what with those wretched dour hands about, I would counsel you to take the long way around to get to the port. All right, let's talk to Bercy now. How much you want to bet? This is a...
I beg you, stay and hear my tale.
This is going to be an escort quest. Please, help me escape from these horrible spiders. I was gathering herbs and didn't notice them stalking me. I've been trapped here for days. Thank you for finding me. Let's get out of here now. Oh, yes. There we go. You see? Watch it. More spiders. Alright, let's try Burst of Wind. See if we can hit them both. Indeed we can. Won't be too hard, I think, to keep him alive. It's not too much farther, I hope. Oh, Lord. Bercy, Bercy, Bercy. Yeah, you better start healing up. There, spiders. Alright. We need to hit them right quick. Get them on us. Burst of Wind. See if I can area effect it. Alright, get your attention over here. Come on. Let's go. Alright, look out. Okay. We have completed the defeat 12 spiders. Very good. Oh, keep trying to do that with that, don't I? There we go. Oh, we got their attentions awful quick, didn't we? Stax, you can join in the fight here anytime you want to, pal. Let's get going. There, spiders. Yeah, let's see if we can one at a time these. How about we? Down here, come on me. Can we do this? Yes. A lightning strike. There we go. And then let's run up here, hit him with our stick. Come on, Bercy. Come on, spider, get over here. Heal up real quick. I'm sure glad to have you here. Hate escorts. My God, I hate escorts. Now, sickle flies? Come on. Thank you so much for rescuing me. I'll be fine from here on out. Completed. Tangled up. Okay. Man. What do we got left to do now? Have we got any of these quests in this area? I guess that's one thing, is that having to escort him. Certainly. Webs of Sorrow, which was get the spinnerets, the standing stone, rescuing here. The sickening of the land, of killing the spiders. Okay. So now, yeah, it's just a matter of, let's see if we can get back on out. I think where we need to go now, I'm pretty sure. So we found Bercy right over here in this area at the Talathondran. I think right up here, that little elf outpost just down from, is it the Grimwater? The Grimwater, if you remember that little elf outpost. That little ruined elf home. I believe that's the one we have to get to now to talk to at least the misplaced cook, if nothing else. So let us try and make our way on over that way. Now, we're getting close to Kelladul, are we not? Kelladul should be just over there to our left, down that way. Ah, look at there. I hadn't noticed. You can just see, is that, I think that's Dualon right there. You can just see Dualon hanging off the side of its cliff that it lives on. Very cool. Okay, we're going to see if we can get on up this way. Oh. I think the bears, yeah, the bears just are aggressive. They're aggressive, or hostile. They're not aggressive, I think is the way that it goes. You know, you have to stick around them long enough for them to actually decide to attack you. Stay in the area long enough. They're not aggressive. They don't actually come after you. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to climb that cliff right there. I think I may end up going back around. So let's just go around anyway. Okay. So we are headed back over there to where I believe Laergill and them are to be found. Just to the south of the Grimwater. Yep, we chose less poorly. So we'll see you when we get there. We have reached it, and it is exactly where I thought we were needing to go. Well, not quite exactly where I thought we were needing to go. It's actually one reel over here. I thought we needed... Oh, yes, it is. There it is. I was looking over here. Yep, it's just down here, just south of the Grimwater. So that's where we are. Let's run in, see who is in there. If the people we need, I'm sure one of them is. I see a couple rings lit up. Yep, there's Nithie. Nithie was the one that sent us after the cook, so... Your addle-brained pal is coming back. No ring over his head, but we'll let him know anywhere. All right, Laergill the Grocer. She was doing at least Sickening of the Land and Webs of Sorrow. So let's go ahead and look at the history of those. This land has been sullied before by the dwarves and their keep on the hill, and more recently by half-orcs and Krebine. Now wicked spiders have entered the land, slaughtering the wildlife and endangering travelers. Thankfully, these evil creatures have so far only been found in the furthest northeast reaches of Hoth Lyn, but these lands would be better for their absence. Seek out the evil spiders and drive them from their lairs in the Hoth Lyn. Okay, so we killed a good number of spiders. Let's go back and talk to her now. That was Sickening of the Land.
How can I be of service?
Your help is most appreciated, Gnarlrynae. This blight of spiders might have spread through the Ered Luin. Thank you.
Okay, so we will go ahead and finish that one. Nothing that we had to choose. And now Webs of Sorrow. We have to talk to her as well. Mature spider spinnerets. Sticky spinnerets used by the vile spiders found in Ered Luin to ensnare their victims.
Talith Ondrim, the region of Hoth Lyn to the east, was once known as the Shipwright's Grove and Restaurant, and it is there that many of the famed vessels of the elves were built in days long past. But the corruption that haunts it now is much greater than I or my brothers had imagined. Something malignant and evil lurks there now. Something must be done. If you would help me, then seek out the spiders that infest Talith Ondrim east of here, and collect the sticky spinnerets they use to ensnare their victims. It will take me time, but I may one day discern where these terrors gain their potence.
Interesting. I wonder if this will be continuing on. Does she have a third part where you have to defeat the source of the spiders, like the queen or something?
These will do well. It is strange to think that these spiders are able to capture and slay bears as strong as the thick jaws roaming the furthest sections of eastern Hoth Lyn. I will begin my research immediately. I can promise nothing. I am in your debt, and the peoples of Ered Luin will know what you have done here.
No, she didn't. All right. Let's come talk to Glamir now. Glamir had the Standing Stone, where he's concerned about what drives the Barrow Wights.
Greetings to you.
Well done! These foolish dwarves might have stumbled across something they could not hope to defeat had you not intervened before the evil had gathered its strength. Those cursed lands will still be dark and haunted, but one hopes they will no longer pose an imminent threat. So we get to choose one. Oh, I remember wearing Glamir's feathered hat for a while. Let's see what it is. 30 armor and a 34 crit rating. That's nice. And a one-handed hammer we cannot use. So we are definitely going to pick the feathered hat. Very nice. Okay, we have wiped out everything at this little location. Let us take a look and see what the feathered hat looks like, shall we? Where is Glamir's feathered hat? That's that one. Whoops. Alright, Glamir's feathered hat. Let's go ahead and put it on. Oh, yes. I do remember wearing that for a while. Oh, me.
when you see these and how ridiculous and all they look, just remember, people talked about how ridiculous the outfits and the helmets and the hats and everything looked whenever the game came out. And the devs at the time linked to illustrations from back during the late Middle Ages, kind of the period of time that Tolkien's world is really set, kind of late Middle Ages type technology, definitely pre-Renaissance, and showed, yes, these are exactly the kind of hats and stuff that they based their research and all on. These were like high-class decorative tunics and the fancy hats and stuff like that. So these are actually a hell of a lot more realistic than some of the stuff that people were wanting, the big spiky WoW type helmets and all. So, you just got to realize history is stranger than truth sometimes. I think that's going to do it for now. We are going to empty our loot bag here while we are standing next to the grocer, and I will definitely go over there and do some inventory maintenance. Let's see what we have left here. We have the 4th gear. Is that the last one here in the Ered Luin? Have we done everything else? It looks like we've done everything else, people. I will make a quick pass through the Ered Luin off camera to make sure that we have not missed any more quests. I know there aren't any down there in the Elflands. I went through them last time before I headed up to Thorin's Gate. So I'll make a quick pass through Thorin's Gate, hit Noglund and Gondomar, make sure we've done them all there. And if so, next time we will be finishing up with the prologue here probably, or at least getting very close to it. To avert a war. We'll head over to Thrassy's Lodge and see if we can't rescue, what's his name? Averthal. Rescue Averthal with the assistance of the Ranger Langlis and avert this problem that we've been going on for several months now, where Averthal got captured by the goblins and the Dour Hands in order to try to cause a war between the elves and dwarves. So there you go. In the meantime, I'm going to think about the long trek I have in front of me, looking around to be sure there are no more quests, and we will see you next time. Thanks for coming along, and I hope you've enjoyed it. Bye-bye.